Nakano. In a beautiful Iowa City summer evening, I'd like to welcome a bouquet of very promising warriors from Mark Twain Elementary School. Nina and Yulitha and Dakota. Nina and Yulitha are both fifth graders, and Dakota is getting ready to graduate in a couple weeks, right? 2 weeks. And behind the three musketeers is Jeremy Negus, the inspiring leader of the school, principal. Jeremy, welcome to our show.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
And on his left side is Charlie Muir, the sixth grade teacher in the school. And next to me is my great Hollywood trained Eloise Apor Harris. And Eloise, I would like to start with my guests tonight, asking them, why do they love Mark Twain so much like this? You know, backstage, I was talking with Jeremy and Charlie, that they have the most enthusiastic parents that I had met in this district. As you know, we have been on the air 26 years. Our chief producer just corrected me, and he's 23. But I know that he's trying to look younger, and that's why I will just yield. So you go and start.
Yes, I too heard backstage that when we are in our 20s here at PATV as Education Exchange, and I also heard from everyone, including the principal, our teacher, and the kids, that Mark Twain is the best school ever. First, I'd like to hear from the kids why this is the best school ever. If you would, let's start with Nina.
My school is special because our teachers at Twain really care about the students. Our motto at Twain is, "We are a responsible, respectful, caring community." Both the students and the staff at Twain demonstrate these character traits every day. As the teachers are accepting and focus on every student, the students learn better and enjoy our school. This is what makes their school special.
Well said.
Wonderful. I love that. Julissa.
Hello, I'm Julissa. I attend Mark Twain Elementary. I'm here to tell you why my school is the best. Reason 1, the teachers are so helpful. The teachers are so caring and help you with many things, like they encourage you by telling you if you try hard in school, you will have a great future.
That's awesome. I love that you have that experience at your school, and I do believe that that's what makes a school the best school ever, I'd say. Dakota, how about you?
I've been to Mark Twain for 2 years now. I was here in 4th grade. I went to Lucas. Then I wanted to come back for my last year of elementary. I miss my friends and the teachers at Mark Twain. Students at Mark Twain are nice. They include everyone at recess. And another thing I like about Twain is that teachers, they are nice and they know what they are doing. And when they give us schoolwork, they give us plenty of time to do it. There is only one thing I'll change about the school is that more students could come here.
You want to invite more? Then you need some more money to add. Then we need the bond. Are you selling the bond issue? Probably. I see that. Did they pay you a lot of money in the administration headquarters to say these words? I know.
There you go, you heard it.
Yeah.
Join Mark Twain.
We need to send the
Expand.
bond issue to the community because he's right, you know, unless we really have enough support, financial, moral, emotional, you name it, we will never expand and will never improve on progress. So let us go to Jeremy now and see your vision, because I know you as a terrific administrator at City High, and then you moved last year, right?
Yeah, I was actually a math teacher at City High for 8 years, and then I really wanted to get involved in administration, and so I moved to a town called Keokuk, Iowa, southeast corner of Iowa, and spent 3 years there getting administration experience, and was very fortunate enough to come back to Twain.
Before you proceed, I just want to say something about Keokuk. Keokuk was the first city in the state to really practice diversity as we know it now, maybe even better than we know it now. And I remember when Dr. Harper came to Keokuk from Manhattan, from Long Island. That's back in the 30s, to open his little clinic in Keokuk. And nobody would give him a room to open his private clinic.
Wow.
Until one time he was having coffee in a coffee shop and saw a very modest, poor peasant from Keokuk and asked him, well, you're a black man, why you're here? And he said, I'm a surgeon, I want to help. And I love this town. And Dr. Harper, because of what was going on at the time, and people didn't understand each other, didn't accept each other, didn't tolerate each other, failed. And he said, nobody want to hire, will give me, to rent a place for me. And the guy said, I have a little room next to my barn. Can you take it? And he gave him a little room next to the barn where the pigs and everything are, and he opened a clinic. When Dr. Harper, and I had the pleasure to see him and his family, when he died, people were coming from all the states of the Midwest to attend his funeral.
Wow.
And that was a little piece of Keokuk. Just that you were in a good place too.
Yeah, it was a very good place. I didn't know that history.
So go ahead, sir.
Yeah, no, I think that when you talk about diversity, I think at Twain our strengths lie in our diversity. It's all, as you heard the students talk, it's all about our students. And that's what makes Twain what it is. So some people may say diversity brings challenges and obstacles, and honestly it does, but I think the strengths and the positives really outweigh any sort of hardship or obstacles it may create. And
the classroom design and the classroom curriculum and all that is part of your everyday practice, Charlie, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we use the diversity of our school and the uniqueness of our school and our students to aid our teaching. So it's something that we're always aware of and always trying to tap into to kind of spread the learning. One thing that we did this year was our international night. So we did an international night that allowed our families, not just the students, but their whole families, to come in and show off who they are, where they're from, and spread music and food and all of these incredible things that I think was one of the most powerful events that I've been at Twain for 5 years. It was probably one of the most powerful events that I've witnessed in my 5 years there. It was just an incredible opportunity to showcase that diversity.
And it wasn't so much the school saying, we have the answers, we're bringing something to you. It was very much the opposite. It was the families were bringing themselves to us, their whole selves to us. Like you said, songs, meals, food, just, it was really a beautiful night. Yeah.
I think that appreciation really speaks louder and is so much more powerful. And I think what it sounds like, that's what you guys have conveyed, and just appreciating the fact that these families have come to you instead of going to them. And so I'm sure it is also being I'm sure it resonates in them and in their lifestyle, right? I love that. I appreciate the fact that you guys are sharing how much gratitude you have for the community, the diversity. How about you kids? What's your experience like in school? I know, Dakota, you are graduating this year, is that right? You're a sixth grader. What's your experience have been like at Mark Twain as a sixth grader and even fifth grader and fourth?
I wasn't here in fifth grade. I was only here in fourth, like I said.
You moved from Lucas, right?
Got it.
Yeah, but it's been fun in Lucas. There's been I felt the only reason why I really came back is because it was more like opening at Mark Twain than it was here.
Awesome.
And than it was at Lucas, but that's really it. And there was I knew more people than I did at Lucas, and that's really it.
Sure. Something you were drawn more to Mark Twain. Is that what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, as a matter of fact, Lucas under Mr. Ken Turnus had become a wonderful school now, because this guy, I probably agree with you, it was different before Ken took over, but since Ken took over, it became, he's leading the school with a smile. The guy smiles all the time, and he doesn't have any problems, like any problem can be solved with smile. And actually, in your way out tonight, you may meet him. So let's move to Nina. I'm intrigued because I have a Nina at my home, and she's driving me so happy. So tell me about your vision, and what would you like to be in the future?
Well, when I'm old enough to have an occupation, I would really like to be a writer.
Oh, she's just like Nina. I have the same thing. Why?
It's an opportunity to express creativity. There's no limits. I especially like the genre nonfiction. Fiction. Both. They're really cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So you think probably in junior high and senior high, you are going to join the journalism class. Because my daughter now is the editor of West Side Story, and
She's a phenomenal
she's amazing
writer.
and she publishes Where You Came From in LA Times. I have been a writer for many decades. I've never published in LA Times. All I published was in the Des Moines Register and Precision.
Cool,
But she publishes at LA Times, and she's just 17-year-old. Well, that's a good. It's very important that you know where you belong and where you can excel. Julissa, tell us about you.
I really like Twain because we have a lot of celebrations. Like, we have family nights, and that brings us all together in school. And our principal, he accepts everybody. and he's just amazing. Couldn't ask for anything better than coming to Twain.
On a scale from 10 to 0, what do you give him? The principal.
I don't even know. He's just amazing.
And amazing is enough. Yeah.
It's like 20.
Huh? It looks like that's how
There was no bribery here at all. I did not.
She's like, that's beyond the scale. Whatever you're asking me about.
Very good.
So, do you have Mr. Neer as a teacher, or you have him as a teacher? So tell me about him as a teacher.
He's really nice, and he plays sports with us when we're going outside, and he's gonna lose when we do the 6th grade versus teachers.
We'll see about that.
I've heard about this day since my interview about the kickball game at the last day of school. 6th grade students play the teachers. And the teachers made it very clear to me that just because they're kids, we do not let them win. This is a very serious event. So,
But even still, the kids are going to win.
we'll see about that. I don't know.
They're gonna earn it.
Nice. Very good. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's very true that Mr. Muir does not sit still at recess. He is always out with the kids, interacting with them, playing with them.
Talk to me about the parents. How they are involved with your activities.
Yeah.
And your
That's one
plans.
thing that we consider really crucial, and that's why we have so many family nights. We did like the international night, and then we have 3 family nights a year. We're actually having one this Thursday. This is my shameless plug. I don't know if this is going to be taped before then, but May 18th at 6 o'clock this Thursday. And it's just it's really important opportunity for us to have that face-to-face connection with the parents. I mean, we can write newsletters, we can do the all calls over the phone, but it's very important to have those opportunities for parents to come, and to know the school is a positive and safe place, for teachers to make those positive connections with the parents, instead of just the traditional calling when something bad happens. So that's very important to us to
Well,
have.
let me tell you, if you can send parents a little message,
Yeah.
that this program would be on the air at YouTube probably tonight or tomorrow, because
Great.
Mr. Trenton Orris, our technical director,
Yeah.
makes sure that the programs are already posted on our channel at YouTube.
Okay.
So you have time between now and the 18th.
Yeah.
If the parents can see that and
Yep. Great.
yeah.
Yeah. And one big way that we communicate with parents is on our Twain PTO Facebook page. So all of the different events that we have going on
Yes.
are there, and this event is posted there. We're having a bike rodeo, free pizza, free food. We're going to be giving away books to families for the summer. Instead of summer slide, where kids tend to drop down in the summer, we're calling it our summer climb event. So we hope that our students will just continue to grow over the summer.
Charlie, can I ask you if the community here supported the bond issue and the district was able to get the money they need in order to expand and improve? How this is going to benefit your own school?
Well, I think we've seen some benefits already at Twain. So we've had a few of the things that we've had changed in the last year, 2 years, or some additions that we've gotten at Twain. And I know that that's always been a highlight for kids who have been there for a while. A new big gym, kind of more resources for the classroom. We have this tech grant or tech rollout that's happening next year, where we're going to have over 200 iPads or Chromebooks coming into the school, and that just opens up all of these different channels that teachers can utilize to help make the learning more accessible for many students, especially those that need something different than just kind of handwritten things, might need some supports in other ways, who need things taught in different ways or different types of videos or things like that, different ways to engage. I think that's going to be a huge change and a huge benefit to our school next year. So a lot of these things that we've been given over the last couple years and coming, I think, are going to have just continued to allow Twain to be a great place and allow us to reach our students in lots of different and unique ways. That's really helped their learning.
How many people are in your staff, Jeremy?
How many people on teaching staff and associates and secretary, everything, probably 55.
And the total number of kids is
350. We have
Well, that's
a
very-
couple preschool
Right.
classes too that we
Well,
include in
that's
that
very
number.
reasonable ratio.
Mhm.
It's not really
Yeah, we're very
So crowded.
right. We're very benefit. I think last year when I saw Twain on this show, Mrs. Bontrager, the previous principal, was showing you the slides of the students out in the 10-plex, and because they were building the new addition. So Twain was lucky enough to be on the front end of the Go Bond, so they used some SAVE money for that. So we were fortunate enough to be on that front end. Now all facilities that need to have the Go Bond in order. But so I think my role and our role as Twain is to really just talk about how thankful we were from that and grateful, because our music room, our art room, our gym, our state-of-the-art, top-of-the-line facilities. It also created a nice little courtyard for our students to go out and hang out in. So we're very grateful that we were on that end, and there's other schools that if the Go Bond doesn't pass, they're not going to be able to receive that kind of benefit that we received.
As a matter of fact, Mrs. Bontrager stayed many, many years in the same school, right?
8 years, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So about you, Three Musketeers, what are you going to do now that you have few days left in the school? Do you have certain fun time, or it's all tests and honestly?
My summers, I think it's gonna be pretty fun. Me and my friends might go to the rec and play some basketball, or might stay the night. But next year when I go to the Southeast, I'm planning to try out for basketball, and or try to get as many things as I can. Just see what I like, or if there's anything that if there's anything that I like more, I can just stay focused on that.
You have a lot of athletic interests, right?
Yeah.
So how do you think about your future? 10, 15 years from now, where are you going to be?
If not doing something active, I've been going over it with my family. Like my uncle, he was in the National Guard, and I was wanting to do something like that, or go in the Army or something like that. That would be pretty cool.
It's a commendable thing to do.
Very,
Yeah.
very honorable.
Yeah.
And Jadisa,
In my class, we're still we're still doing math and doing tests. But for my summer, I'm planning to still stay focused on school. But still spend my summer like I would like to, hang with my friends. So,
excellent, excellent. Nina, I see you want to say something. I don't know why, because I feel that you want to say something. Would you like to say something?
Well, it's really just normal. We work for the last couple of days of school, and then on the last day, it's kind of like a school carnival. Like, we don't really do any work. There's the teachers versus 6th grade kickball, and the kids are gonna win.
Yeah, you better hear that.
Emphasize that point.
I say that every
You
year.
better hear that, yeah, Charlie. Yeah.
But during the summer, I'm going to try to keep doing a little bit of
Writing.
learning every day. So when 6th grade rolls around, I'll be ready. And but yeah, the rest of the summer, I'm just gonna hide in my room.
No writing?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Preparation is
Yeah.
the key to success. I like that.
Jeremy, now that we on the crossroad as far as community support for our educational system in Iowa City, is there any message you want to convey to our community I would like you to be on the screen talking to the community about our education system and how can people support
Sure.
your efforts and the administration
Yeah.
effort in this respect.
Yeah. I think the first thing is just to really be an informed citizen. That's all we want to ask of our families, is just to really go out there and be informed. If you have questions, to contact our great school board members. They are wonderful about getting back to people. So if there's questions about the Go Bond, we always just want people to be really informed and go out and vote. I think it's September 12th or September
12th.
Thank you, September 12th. And so that's one of the biggest things. And I think for me, I think what my role is just to educate people as much as possible and let them know what my stance is and my thought is. We have just benefited so much from this. And I think about other schools, like I said, that are out there that are on the other end and waiting and hoping for that Go Bond to pass. And in a way, I feel a little guilty that our school, has already benefited from that. But I think and I've been thinking about that a lot, my position or my role is just to say, we're very grateful of this amazing facility. I'm very thankful that our kids get to come into this gym that has a climbing wall and is beautiful. If you haven't come out, you're welcome to come out to Twain and take a look at it. It's just a beautiful facility. So we're very grateful for that. And then Mr. Muir mentioned the technology rollout that we're going to have. 225 devices are going to be brought to Twain. And so K2, the iPads tend to be a little bit more friendly at the K2 level. And so about 50% of those students, there'll be a 1-to-2 ratio. So for every 2 students, they'll have one device. And then 3 through 4th grade are going to have Chromebooks, and then 5th, 6th, it'll be a 1-to-1 ratio of Chromebooks. So we're very grateful for the support that we get from our school district for Twain.
Well, I'm sure the community would support this enthusiastically.
Absolutely.
Well, it has been a delight, right?
It's been fun.
We are
Thank
very
you.
happy that we had you tonight. Charlie, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
And good luck for the rest of the days that remain. Journey. We want you to continue your inspiring leadership in the school
Thank you.
and
Thanks.
all the strength of diversity that you have had. Dakota, we appreciate your coming today. Wish you all the success at junior high. Jaleesa, we would like you to enjoy your summer after you finish all the math tests that you have to pass the next few days. And Nina, I'm looking forward to reading your articles now in the local papers and maybe the national paper, national TV.
Thank you.
And we thank you very much for being a wonderful co-host.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to wish you a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful summer night in Iowa City. And watch us on Channel 18, Channel 21 cable, and on YouTube in a few hours, as well as, of course, public access TV, the people that we give them credit for everything we do. Thank you. Have a good night.